2013 Chevy Silverado LT. This truck is going through quite the transformation. You guys have seen a lot of videos already transforming the look of this truck into a very functional, very capable daily driver truck. And everything around it has been built in a singular purpose to achieve that look and that function. This here is going to be a maintenance item that you guys may need to do or might do or should do if you're at the mileage point. So here's what it is. We're going to change the fluid in our rear diff by pulling our rear cover off, drain the fluid out, clean it up real good. There should be a magnet on the inside. We're going to clean that magnet off. Once we get all of that cleaned up, we're going to reseal it with a new gasket and put the proper fluid in it. If your vehicle is 10 years old or has 150,000 miles, you should do this service. The reason we're doing this is at that point, the oil has collected so many minor metal shavings that it does need to be refreshed, meaning new oil in there. And what that does is helps protect the life of the rear axle, the differential housing, and the bearings that are housed within the system. We get fresh fluid in there by pulling the rear cover. Unfortunately, there is no drain plug on this, so the rear cover does have to come off to drain it. Once you've taken the rear cover off, you need to clean around the gasket area, get that really clean. Then you'll attach your new seal, put your cover in, tighten down your bolts in the proper torque spec. You can find those online, guys. Get the proper torque spec, get that cover retightened, and then you can start refilling. So in order to refill, you're going to use one of these. This is 7590 synthetic, full synthetic gear oil. The reason we go with this is what's recommended. And the synthetic means this might be one of the last times you change this fluid, because at this point, the next time you're changing is at 300,000. Most trucks don't go that long anymore. Either motor or transmission issues consume them long before you reach the 300,000. But 150 is another story. Most of the time, you will get to that point. Not having to replace a rear axle makes things a lot easier, so we don't want to have premature failure. Plus, if you have a G80 code, which is the posi differential or limited slip differential, you will want to do this and make sure that the fluid is rated for limited slip. Most of the time it will say right on it, contains limited slip, which means it's for the posi rear axle. You can find that code in your glove box in the dealer RPO codes. Pull your glove box down, you'll see all the RPO codes. You're looking for a G80 code. That is the posi code for GM. If you have that, make sure it has the limited slip additive, because that will protect it when you're actually taking corners and it needs to slip in order for you to make that corner. You don't want your rear axle locking up. That causes you to have to replace the rear axle or tear it all apart and redo the guts inside of it. And most of the time I don't like dealing with rear axles, because if you don't set the angles right, if you don't get the backlash set properly, you shell out a brand new rear end. So better to do this job right and make sure you got fresh fluid than to have to overdo it or redo it because something went wrong. Where we take and we fill it, guys, on this one, there is a plug right there on the back cover. That plug will come out and we fill to the bottom of that plug when the vehicle is on the ground. So when the vehicle is sitting on the ground flat, we will fill up to that drain plug to where it just starts running out. That's how you do this particular service. The back cover comes off, fluid runs out, you wipe down, clean everything up the best you can. Avoid wiping paper towels inside that differential. You can wipe the cover, get that as clean as possible, but don't wipe inside the differential. You don't want any paper filings or any paper, shreds of paper left behind. So make sure you pretty much leave that part alone. Some people spray it out with brake cleaner. I don't like that, because if it does have clutches inside the carrier. Some carriers have clutches in them for the limited slip. If you start spraying brake clean in, you can deteriorate those clutches prematurely. So don't use brake clean. Just let the fluid drain. Make sure it's clean in the bottom. And once you've done that, leave it alone. Don't wipe down the gears with the paper towel and have paper towel shreds all over inside there. That's not the right way to do that. So let the fluid drain, get that all clean, get your cover put back on, and then refill it with that fluid. Guys, I want to say thank you for all your support. We're really growing this year. We're doing really well. We got some big things coming for you guys, hopefully at the end of this year. And guys, always stay tuned by subscribing. Make sure you guys hit that like button because it really does help this channel grow. And I'll see you on the next one.